Play a little bit of this. Yeah, I want to give all praises, glory, immense honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekakwadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders of Great Millstone, as well as the elder bishops, and greetings to the hopeful elect, man, woman, and child, which are the true biblical Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as the Israelite foreigner Gentiles that might look like the heathen nations. All right. Now, this is just an example why the Spirit is on me, because, man, it's hard to put, I be queuing these videos, but when the Spirit hits you, sometimes you just got to get on the video. Because it's countless videos, social media, bro, that I'm looking at, and I go to these comment boards, man, and the whole world is just, oh, man, they're talking very greasy, very bad about you tribes, okay, you Negroes, mainly the Negroes, the Latinos, and Native Americans. And, we've been warning you for years, starting with our elders. And before this new world that we see erecting, high gas prices, people waking up that this government is corrupt, we was telling you these days would come and, oh, no, y'all just racist, man. You got to love everybody. We need more unity. We need more peace. And that's still going on heavily. I'll be looking at these comment boards. You still got Negroes, especially the Negro woman. Look at this. We just need to come together. All right. Now, we know everybody's not going to be saved. The scriptures say this. All right. Not everybody's going to come to the light, going to come to the truth, going to wake up. But I'm going to show you this video because the thing that really, really irks me, man, is that, see, the Lord has chosen a remnant. Let's get that. He's chosen a remnant. All right, the so-called black man, the so-called Latin man, the so-called Native American man, which we all go back to being Negroes, the waters of Judah. We all come out of the, a patriarch, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But, damn, where was I going right now? Man, these niggas are driving me crazy on this fucking dispatch, man. I forget where I was going, man. So we are, remnant. The Lord we are a special people. We are the superior people. All right. And there's been a lot of social engineering, military grade mind control, right? What the fuck, bro? Miseducation and indoctrination upon our people to get them to this point. Then gene engineering, make Jake shorter, rod smaller, taking the nutrients out of the food, and on top of that, we're under the curses in Deuteronomy 28 to where, we're cursed people right now. And we do have to bear the indignation of the Lord, which is the righteous judgment that we're cursed. Because when you going through these scriptures, read the book of Judges. Our people are designed to be the top people on the earth, but when they turn away from their power stone or their power source or then what do you have? You have a fallen people that are cursed under the very laws that could put them on high, make them better, clean them up, put them at the front. It's the opposite. Now you're cursed. So let's read this. And I'm going to just show you because, man, these people talk bad about you niggas, man. They talk real bad and it bleeds over to us. Like, here it is now, the Lord is making something out of us. And we're going to be you people's future rulers, kings, whether you believe it or not. The elect that the Lord is setting up right now is going to govern the earth. Once this system and this, the wicked, Job 9:24 is ruling the earth. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, once they're thrown down and they're on their way out, it's just that you people don't understand prophecy. We're literally, you don't even have 5 years, okay? All right, so we have to bear the indignation of the Lord, and it's like, man, we wish you niggas, that's why we hasten the day of destruction, so you niggas, all of you people, not just you tribes, because 2/3 of our people don't want to come back to the Lord. So now you out here being made a mockery of, like the scriptures say, and then we got to suffer that. Look at these motherfuckers. Why he come up in here in the coffee shop? We don't want him here. Y'all got niggas calling you niggas out in public, talking about you to your face, playing in your face, and they having fun with it. Cause for years you niggas have, you know, you took, you know, you took all of the seduction of the serpent, the so-called white man, to, you know, you went Hollywood with the gangsterism, with the thugism. You thought that shit was cool, killing your own people. You know, being degenerates, because that's what the so-called white man incentivized in Hollywood. And at the same time, lock you up for this stuff, selling drugs. He made it a, you know, oh, I want to be like Ricky Ross and all this different, you know. Now that shit is getting real. Reality is setting in. People are waking up that all this shit was a scam. Everybody been scammed. But you niggas, you never change. You won't come out of the delusion. You're like the last ones to get the memo. And now you're becoming more of a target, because now people are figuring out. In times past, we were scared of them, but shit, we could call them niggas and they ain't gonna do shit but cry and say, man, you racist. Well, nigga, this is what we was trying to tell you, dog. This is what we was trying to tell you niggas. And now you putting a bigger target on your back. This is Romans 11. I'm gonna play this video. All right? And the Lord is the reason why you can't see it, because he's getting ready to destroy 2/3. This degenerative culture is not that of an Israelite, a prince of power. This is Romans 11:5. Even so, then, at this present time also there is a remnant according to election of grace. So the Lord has a remnant, and they have sought what they were looking for, and that's the truth. Okay, but the rest were blinded. The rest of our people were blinded because they're set for destruction. These people are the degeneratives of our collection of our nation that have always come back in the incarnation, in the flesh, because according to biblical reincarnation, you come back every third, fourth generation, and they've acted a fool. So let's play this now. I mean, we can't even share. At least we had it going with the women. And you hear a lot of these women, and see, a lot of these women are actually Jake, that look like white people. A lot of these so-called white boys are actually Jake, that look like so-called heathens. And they're just done with you, because we're done with you. All right? You about to be out here by yourself. You had an advocate. The prophets, the Lord sent us out here to warn you, wake you up. You cussed us out. You told us, you know, the white man wasn't racist. You told us we were just racist and disgruntled. Go get a job. Go get some good shoes, you know. Before the times got real. Now it's real, and now all of you are seeing what we've been saying, and now you're sitting up here, you don't know what to do. You're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee and thy children. Where's that? Hosea 4 in the 6th chapter. So this knowledge was the knowledge you were supposed to adhere to come back. Because these same people that say this stuff against our people, if they met us in real life, they couldn't say that. They'd be in awe. And I know this because myself and other brothers, we go among the heathen. We go in, you know, areas where we're the only Jake. And it's like, follow the leader. These motherfuckers get on our vibration, give us stuff for free. Okay, and even if they got a problem with us, they won't say nothing because they feel the energy that's resonating off of us. We're in a whole nother frequency. We're in the frequency we're supposed to be at. That these heathens are beneath us. And they know that in their spirit. That's why they look at everything Jake do and mimic it. But Jake is doing nothing but wickedness and degenerative. And the nations are mad. They've woken up to this stuff, man. Like, why would we follow these people? Look at how they women treat them. Look at how these niggas get treated in society. They get shot down like dogs because you act like a bunch of unruly dogs. There's rule and order in everything in life. The Lord created order in the earth, the ecosystem, the way the earth governs itself. So yes, we are a persecuted people, but you can't throw out order. Okay, the Lord is the one that set. He ruleth in the kingdom of men. We have to navigate with wisdom through this thing. All right. Because yes, we're in captivity, but the Lord still left wisdom. He still left his spirit with us. He's still with us, so we can still have favor. That's why the scriptures say, if you do that which is right with the Lord, man, even your enemy shall entreat you well. And I got so many testimonies with these heathens. You could take the most racist nigga, and he feel my spirit. He know that my racism is way further than his, so it like neutralizes his. He can't even be racist. He want to be friends. Just the way I look at him, just the way I move, just the way I disregard. Nigga, you don't even exist in my world. And if you cross that path, nigga, we gonna have some issues. a royal mindset. Deuteronomy 7:6. Okay, thou art a holy people, a special people above all the nations on the earth. Okay, let's play this. So now it's so bad that the white woman, and I perceive she's probably a Jake, because what she's saying don't make sense anyway. But listen to this, man. Now the white woman is talking about how dull-headed you Negro men are. You turn on Instagram, all you hear is woman worship. You male feminists among the black community, the fucking reptilians. Like, I mean, our people are smitten with madness at this point, and the truth is here for them, but they won't. You niggas are crazy, and then you want to cry this racism. But hey, man, shit, you're the Israelites of the Bible. What do you expect? I mean, crying, there's no point. The Lord said they shall hate you. You should be hated of all nations. So you got to be locked into your power. So when they get busy, okay, you can have a defense. Okay, we got spiritual weapons. They got carnal weapons. Spiritual weapons is like spiritual power. You ain't got to lift a finger. Okay? They got to have guns and bullets. You can run out of that shit. You see? Play this, man.
Who's in the state of Texas somewhere, and she's known for exclusively dating black men. And there's a video that she made that's very concerning, and I want to talk to you about it.
Once I realized I didn't like a man's company outside of sex, I stopped hanging out with them. Let's talk about it. I literally, like, once I tapped into my brain and I was like,
And Salakia, I actually wanted to deal with this topic with other videos. Maybe this will be impromptu and I can put together a collection of videos. But just stopping, watching this video, it reminded me of the topic of this collection of videos I want to get together. All right, but shit, a lot of you say, oh shit, we go get the white woman because the black woman is treating us a certain way. Well, goddamn, you niggas got to step your fucking game up, and it's too late, man. The whole world is looking at you. Here it is, we proclaiming on your behalf, all right, that we're the kings of the earth. This is who we are. This is our status. This is where the Lord's gonna raise us up to. And then people look in real life,
you did it, Daddy.
present time at you niggas, man, and what are you doing, man? You're a bunch of clowns. You just smoke. You boast on being a thug and having clips and all this shit, but when it get real, you don't really do nothing. You just kill each other. You can't spell, you can't read. Your conversation is so limited because you're so indoctrinated. All you know is rap and the foolishness that the devil, he don't even force it down your throat. He just puts it in front of you. And we're in a high time of knowledge, man. The Lord has high level knowledge at our access 24/7. You're not using it for that. Okay? And really it's because you're following the black woman, Eve. You're supposed to learn from that. But a lot of you're total degenerate. You don't even believe in the Most High anymore. You're totally disconnected from the Spirit of the Lord. That's how degenerate you are. And this is a Jake. I believe she's an Israelite. So she's like a black woman in a, white woman's body. Another topic for another time, right? Her hair is really dark. You could tell she got flavor, She's a Jake. You can look at her countenance, right? But there's a bandwagon where everybody's, getting on that bandwagon and just talking shit against you niggas. Because for one, they're tired. But two, you get a slap on the wrist. If you join right now, if you join that bandwagon, man, you might get a whole new friend group. Get motherfucker to give you money, man. Because people are not going to call out the wickedness of the so-called white man. They're going to find the next person to blame. These people are going to fight for this existence in the so-called white man's kingdom because they hear. This is all they know. They don't want this to end. So the black man can rule under Yahushua, which is a so-called black man who you ignorantly call JC. So you niggas was supposed to get in order a long time ago. Now you getting ready. Y'all niggas going to get fucked up with nobody on your side. Nobody to help you. Nobody to, adhere to your cries, man.
really don't like him at all. I don't like what he offers. He offers actually nothing. He brings nothing to the table. He doesn't treat me good. He just comes around when he wants that. And it's like, I actually don't like him. I like the sex. My world literally exploded and I saw things for what they were and I completely changed my habits.
Stop using boring designs that don't sell. Your competitors are turning one bestseller into
things for what they were, and I completely changed my habits.
Okay, so this is interesting in my honest opinion. She was attracting a certain kind of man, so she stopped. So she's no longer the same person that she used to be. That's interesting. But let's stick with it.
Fast forward, grown Brittany, I don't have sex at all.
Yeah, people are waking up. Shit is getting real, and they're starting to discuss their lives to themselves and say, what do I need to change? Okay, here's the problem. I need to change it. You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are the only ones that's not doing that. So you're falling behind, and the slaughter is awaiting, man. Okay, the great persecution scriptures speak about is so there's not going to be any mercy. Only mindsets of torture, man. All right, and these things are going to appease the wrath of the Lord. These people are going to have a spirit of vengeance from the Lord on them. Okay, because you have turned your back on the Lord, man, and that's a terrible thing. The only one that can defend you and make a recompense for what happened to you in this country, all right, and that can save you. You fan the hand at him. That's crazy.
And it's actually kind of insane because when you remove sex from the dating scene, right, and you're actually just going out on dates with men and you're completely taking sex out of it and you're just getting to know them, you kind of realize that they literally don't have much to offer and that y'all actually wouldn't really like each other at all if it wasn't for sex.
Again, if we're talking about men in general, this is a blanket statement. If it's men in general, because again, the same could be said from some men about certain women or whatever, right? So far, so good. But let's continue.
I'm at the point in my life where I literally want to like someone for who they are, where they come from, their morals, their spiritual realm, if they could be a good father, if they could be a good partner. None.
You see, she's waking up. Okay, I want to be a wife. I want to be. You talk to the average nigga, is some. Okay, the nigga can only quote what he's heard in the degenerate movies, rap, committing adultery, fuck that nigga, You can't really have any substantial combos with these people. And it just don't stop at our people, but mainly you people, man. All right? Because you're the main character in this movie. And so you're going to get that main judgment. Now, the elect, we're the main characters, but we've repented. All right? So the wrath of the Heavenly Father is quenched against us if we endure unto the end.
None of that actually has to do with sex.
Okay, hold on. Y'all not gonna like this video. You black men out there. She's trying to build up to something. Y'all gonna say I'm depolicing? I'm hating on you? No, I'm not.
The hell?
I'm not hating on you, family. I'm over here in Africa. Some of the biggest booties in the world. I'm good. You the one dealing with them tier 5 and tier 6 chicks that you be dealing with. I'm good. This is the white lady saying this about. Hold on, she gonna build it up. We gonna find out if she talking about your ass pretty soon. Anyway, let's continue.
But when I removed sex from the equation, the world literally got brighter. And I don't know how to explain that other than the fact that you're actually just not wasting time anymore, because y'all would be so surprised if you literally took sex away from the men that you were spending time with, or your boyfriends or your sneakerlings or whatever. Like, would you actually like them? Like, that's the $1 million.
She's talking about you niggas, man. You Negroes. All right? And this is the same sentiment all throughout social media. Just how brainless, how dumb, and how useless you Negroes are, man. And you can't even defend you niggas. We could talk about all the past inventions in the past and what was done, but it's no excuse in 2026. What about now? Like, you niggas ain't evolved at all for the better? The fact that you know this, what's the problem? You hate each other. Anybody that is of a good, got any light to them in the community, they corny. You don't want to, the women, you don't want to reproduce with them. You want Pookie and Ray Ray. Y'all want to keep everything in-house degenerative. It ain't cool enough. It ain't gangster enough. So you could be smart and have some gangster to you, some roughness, toughness to you. Shit, you should be manifold. You should be able to have many attributes to you. It's just one thing, and that's because you're of your father, the devil, man. All right? And that's speaking about the so-called, the Edomite man, the man of perdition, the man of iniquity, the so-called white man. That's what the Lord was saying when he was speaking to them Pharisees. He said, you're of your father, the devil. Speaking about the Romans, the Edomites.
Question, like, would you still kick it with them? Would you still like their conversation? And like some, yeah, cool, okay, awesome. Like, this is not gonna be for everybody. But literally remove sex from your life as a whole, and you will realize a lot of people don't have anything.
And she gonna get to the point. Let me just get these scriptures I was holding real quick. This is sad, man. Okay? And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Matthew 24:9. Okay? Zephaniah 13:8. Okay.
Track 2, up north 2, good for 50 cars, 50.
Oops.
Back it up 55.
What the hell?
Hey, Ricardo, we're going to use north 2.
Salaki.
You can leave it line, please.
I always get the two mixed up, Zechariah and Zephaniah. This is Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but a third shall be left. That's the elect, the remnant that the Lord has left for, that have saved for himself, that we read in Romans 11. But 2/3, that's a lot of Israelites of that lineage. That's 66% of our people are going to be left behind and die. Okay, this country is going to experience serious civil wars, foreign wars, food famines, pestilences, and you're going to be given to the sword. Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord's going to give you over to your enemies. All right? This is why he sent us out here to warn you as an extension of grace and mercy.
Okay, you're still good for 6.
To stop being so damn wicked and evil, clean yourself up so that the Lord's anger won't be hot against you when he get to swinging. All right? Through, all right, what you call adversities. Jeremiah 30:7, and at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That links up with Daniel 12:1. It is even the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Again, the elect is going to be saved out of it, but you're in trouble, you sons of Jacob. All right? You Negro, Latino, Native Americans, as well as the Israelite foreigner Gentiles that might look like the heathen, you are the descendants of Jacob. Okay? Whether you know it or not. I just want to, because I want to play this through. So this is a very important scripture, because this is why I wanted to do the lesson. For thou art a holy people, thou art a holy people. This is 6, Deuteronomy 7:6. Unto the Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And when you talk to you Jakes, man, you don't care about that. Matter of fact, you don't want that. Nah, nigga, I'm from this street. Nah, nigga, I'm black. That's not even a nationality. Nah, nigga, I'm this. I'm Muslim. That's a religion. Nah, nigga, I'm Latin. That's a language. Nah, nigga, cuz. Nigga, don't talk to me about that. You know? Ah, here you go with that shit. That Bible, that ain't even real. You know? We just want to be equal, man. We just want to all be equal. The Lord said above. So what do you do when you're supposed to be above and you want to lower yourself? You destroy yourself. You can't be who you are, who you're supposed to be. Okay? And we're supposed to be the salt of the earth in righteousness, though. Not in just dribbling the ball. That was given to you by your oppressors. Okay, here, dribble the ball, entertain us, but we don't want you to pick up no books. We don't want you to be smarter than us. We don't want you financially, superior than us. We don't want none of those things. Just be cool with being a nigga. We'll give you a BET movie, give you a rap contract. Just keep doing that. You see? But this is the point. Okay? This is the point of why I'm doing this lesson. Because we're supposed to be known, all right, by all these nations. And they're supposed to be in awe. When they see us, they're supposed to be like, wow, those people, I wish we could be like them. Because not only are we superior at running and jumping and shooting balls and football and golf and all these different things, boxing and MMA, but in wisdom. So wisdom leads to science, math. Okay, we already got music on lock, all that different stuff. But then when you get into inventions, man, you need math. And that's how this country became great, because the Moors, going back to Europe, when they fell to the Edomites, the so-called white man, all of that architect and math, the so-called white man was able to capitalize off of that. Okay. And today we're redlined out of those areas, but also we grow up totally different. We gotta fight our way from the bottom. And so like education, and especially the way it's set up, is not really, for us. But Jacob is the former of all things. Still, you gotta, some of these robotics, physicists and all these different guys in these other countries, those are actually Jake, look like the Asian man. So you got the Lord's people. He said he was going to mingle Jake among the, Moab. Okay. Scatter us among these nations, have us looking like the other nations. The whole time we still Israelites. All right. But this is Deuteronomy 4:7. For what nation is there so great, who hath Yahweh Bashmi Shire, God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? So, bruh, how you niggas losing, bro, at this time, bro? Well, our testimony, bro, is something wild, bro. It shuts everything down, shut everybody down. And it's the truth. The elites of these nations know who we are. Why you think they hate you, man? And now you're just waking up to that. Well, you put 2 and 2 together. All right. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Yeah, when we were actually in the promised land, Moses told us, look, if you keep the ways of the Lord, all right, you're going to stay on high in this holy land. Nobody's going to be able to offset you. But if you perpetually turn your back on the Lord, then guess what? Eventually he's going to exile you out the land, and your enemy's going to take the land, and they're going to take you. All right. Keep therefore and do them. See, so the land comes with, your conduct, man. You can't just be a nigga all up in the land. Now look at where you niggas live, man. You all in the slum, the ghettos, killing each other, throwing trash everywhere. So, Jake is a people. Israel, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So the Lord wasn't about to let you do his holy land the way you guys act over here, man. And you don't see nothing wrong with it. Baby mama culture, 6, 7 baby daddies. And you got niggas that be with it. Nah, homie, we got to love the black woman, nigga. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Y'all niggas quit talking about, So how we going to get back? Eve is not even with you. So let's just say all these other nations say to hell with you. Our own women won't even be in order. So there's a constant breach. For what nation, yes, sir. For this is the wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. See, so the ways of the Lord, there's over 600 laws, statutes, commandments. It's not just 10. And it's not like you think it is. Christianity is a pseudo religion. It's a man-made religion. They have you thinking serving the Lord is boring. Like you got to walk around and just be like, oh, with a candle. No. There's so many different laws on how to eat healthy, what not to eat. Okay. What fabric to put on your body to make you, increase your frequencies and stuff like that. All kinds of stuff, bro. Okay. And that goes into inventions, agriculture, architecture, when you get the entirety of the Bible, man. All right. The instructions of what you can, what you can't do, how to build, certain, there's so many scriptures. There's scriptures completely, like you got the Constitution that can govern a government. Well, the scriptures are like that, bro. It carries everything. What happens if a man, steals from another man or loses his stuff, if a woman gets raped, like it's you can run a society off the scriptures alone, and it'll be completely more advanced than what you see today. And it'll be a healthy advancement in technology, clean. All right. They show you that in that movie, Black Panther, low key. All right. So this is supposed to be our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So on top of all our other talents, singing and rapping and flowing and some of the best vocals and You know, Jake can create something to pull water straight out the air, right? And Nikola Tesla was an Israelite. He was one of them Israelites that looked like the other nations. So somewhere in his genealogy, his father was a so-called, you know, an Israelite man. Okay? Easy concept, but they don't teach that in this society. You are who your father is because your father carries a seed. It doesn't matter how you look because your mother might look like another nation, but your father puts the seed, all right? Apple seed is apple seed, right? And you see, on top of everything else, with wisdom is all we need. And again, wisdom ain't just, you know, reading a book with some glasses, man. You see how the so-called white man, the scriptures say he seeks out all things.
All right, here we go.
His heart is deep, his mind, you know. He go into everything on a microscopic level. Well, that's wise. In a sense, that's wisdom, but the wisdom that we're speaking of, it goes way deeper. It goes into the, you know, how the heavens were actually made. You know, what the planets actually are, celestial bodies. See, these are all the things we're gonna tap into when we get the kingdom seat, the ruler seat. You see? You know, how the earth was created, for real, not pseudoscience. How the nations were established and separated, not pseudoscience, just by some coincidence. You know, certain people landed here because it was hot and then the other. That's all pseudoscience. It's not real. Okay?
I got one in today.
And they know this. All right? This is why they created that stuff for you, so you could be a slave. All right? A slave doctrine, you know, control. Religion means to control. The Latin word religio. It says, so what's for what Gratian is so man, y'all got us looking bad out here, man. You know? 8, and what nation is so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you? No other nation has this, man. They had to figure it out on their own. Okay? Adam represented the first man to get that download. He didn't need to figure it out over thousands of years, how to clean himself, you know, what animals were what, okay? What fruits were not to eat, what to eat, you know what I'm saying? What food you could eat, what, you know, you're not supposed to be eating live frogs. Okay, he got that download. He got the laws in his inward parts, just naturally. Out of all the other humans that was on the earth, because there were other humans and women, right? When you go into the breakdown. You see? So, yeah, let's play the rest of this, man. Is shit, man. I see why the Lord has to get rid of this generation. Finally. And Matthew 24 speaks about that. Finally, the Lord is getting ready to get rid of this rotten generation. The Lord said, how have my people become a degenerate vine? And I was going to get it, but, you know, video going too long. We'll just play the rest of this video. I'm at work. Scriptures say, well, you've committed 2 great evils against the Lord. You've forsaken the Lord and chosen yourself out 2 broken cisterns that no water can hold. And it's like unto a swelling breach. Like you're trying to fill these, you know, these containers with water, not understanding there's cracks in them. And you're going to keep filling it up until it explodes. And then everything is just all, you know, be laid out, bro. That's what you Jakes are doing. You just doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on your wickedness until that judgment comes, the sword. Man, you see these people's continents. You hear the things they say. They want to exterminate you, Jakes. Y'all don't understand. Those are not just words. The Heavenly Father is actually going to put a spirit on him to do that, man. Okay? Because the kingdom is at hand and only the elect. The Lord is going to get rid of this mindset. All right? And this is why these devils are all puffed up, because they figure, oh, yeah, see, they're going to fall into our hands. Yeah, that's for the sake of prophecy, but you won't get the elect. You won't get the prized possessions. You won't even uproot the seed of Jacob. So there is no win with that. Okay? Now, the only win is getting rid of these degenerates, man, because they're going to come back right in the kingdom. They're going to be born as babies back into the kingdom. So hurry up, man. We don't even have no sympathy for Jake at this point, man. It's sad. I remember one day we was preaching and my car was sitting right across the street, right in front of me. A dyke called herself going through the back of my trunk. I'm like, hold on. So I'm yelling at her, looking right at her. She cussing me out. I'm like, look, that's my truck. Get up. She cussing me out like I did something wrong. So eventually, she left. But that's how degenerate you Jakes are, man. Damn, man, that was finished.